Yo, what's up? It's your boy Necro dispersing that energy. In today's video, we will be ranking the traits of the seven fallen humans from Undertale. Now, this ranking will be primarily based on the trait itself in real life, not the trait in the game or not how far they made it in the underground, because this list will be much different. I hope you enjoy. If you agree or if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoy. Before we get started, I would like to credit this video from Undertale speedrunner Shay, so go ahead and check them out. This video I did get a bit of inspiration from, as I will be ranking primarily based on the positive and the negative aspects. Hope you enjoy. Now, what I think is probably the worst trait here is probably patience. Don't get me wrong, none of these traits are bad, and we should try to strive to have all of these traits. I just think patience falls a little short. Now, what is patience? Patience is the ability to wait or to continue doing something despite difficulties, or to suffer without complaining or becoming annoyed. Now, this is a really good trait, as you do need patience when it comes to something such as creating a business, having patience with other people, creating a YouTube channel or a job. But I feel like other traits we'll get to later on does it slightly better. And also, I feel like if you're too patient, with someone who takes advantage of your time, it will overall be a time wasted to you. But it's certainly not a bad trait. I just think it falls short. At number 6, we have kindness. Kindness is a good trait as well, because it's very important to be kind to other people. But I feel like it also falls short to the later traits. So what is kindness? Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. Why I rank it here is because I feel like if you're too kind, you can also get taken advantage of, and there are also warped senses of kindness. For example, with Undying, she does say during her battle that killing you is an act of mercy. Technically not kindness, but she still thinks she's doing you kindness by killing you, which in that case isn't necessarily the most morally kind thing to do. Although she is a hero, she is still going after an innocent kid who didn't do nothing to deserve it in the first place. For number 5, we have the yellow soul, justice. What is justice? Justice is just behavior or treatment, mainly pertaining to the punishment of wrongdoing. Now, justice is a good trait, as we do need to reprimand people who do bad things, such as stealing. But at the same time, if you overdo justice, it can be bad. For example, with Undertale Yellow and the genocide route, it's all about getting justice for all of the monsters, in which, yeah, It's somewhat justified, but you are also taking lives of the monsters for no reason whatsoever. As not every monster is responsible for the killings of all the other humans, but also at the same time, you should only kill the monsters that has killed the humans. Why I have it down here is because once again, although it's a good trait, I personally think there are better traits, and from number 4 to after, I think these are the real good traits. But don't get me wrong, all these traits are better. All of these traits are good, and we should strive to get all of these traits. But in my opinion, I think there are better. For number 4, we have the Orange Soul Bravery. Now, bravery is honestly really important. A, a lot of heroes are are brave, and you have to be somewhat brave to even go through the underground and making it out. What is bravery? Bravery is courageous behavior or character. It's ultimately doing something even though you're scared. It's not necessarily the absence of fear. One thing about bravery that can be bad is, yeah, it can be used for bad. It might sound all good, but there are bad people who are extremely brave. There are bad people who are willing to steal, who are willing to fight superheroes. That does take bravery, but it's not necessarily for the right reasons. Why I have it as number 4? I have it as number 4 because I think the next 3 traits I'll be talking about are ultimately the best traits a person could have. Although bravery is still a really good trait someone should have. Next up for number 3, we have the red soul, the protagonist soul, determination. Now, determination in the game might be the strongest, but I still think the other 2 coming are better traits in real life. I will explain why. So, what is determination? Determination is firmness of purpose, resoluteness. Basically, a will to never give up, no matter what. But it can indeed be used for bad too. For example, in the genocide route, we have to grind, we have to fight undying the undying, and we also have to fight sins. Those are some of the hardest fights in the game, and that does take a sense of determination to do without giving up, because man, the genocide route is annoying. It is difficult, but it is also very fun. It's here because, like I said before, I just think the next 2 traits coming up are just better. But number 2, we have the purple soul, perseverance. While I think it's slightly better than determination. Now, real quick, I'll be honest. Determination and perseverance were extremely difficult to rank because they sounded so similar, but I ultimately decided that perseverance was slightly better. mainly because determination. We do have the determination in real life to work or to continue with our goals, but more often than not, we tend to do it only when we feel like it. Perseverance is persevering despite feeling scared, despite feeling lazy, despite feeling up unmotivated. So that's why I think perseverance is slightly better than determination. Now why it's here? It's one last trait that I think beats all of the other traits. But there is also a bad that can be used with perseverance. Despite everything, there are people who will do anything in their power, use any way of thinking to achieve their goal, even if it's not morally correct. Now, the number one human trait from Undertale, in my honest opinion, is integrity, the blue soul. Now, what is integrity? It is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles that you refuse to change. Now, why I rank this as the best is because all the other traits are good. All of the other traits can actually be somewhat used for bad, even kindness, because with kindness, you can show kindness to someone, but not show kindness to someone else. You should ultimately show kindness to all people, as that is the morally right thing to do. Even if you don't necessarily like them, you should at least try to res- be respectful, as that is the morally right thing to do. Now, integrity is not perfect because we often have villains in fiction who are definitely somewhat honest. A lot tend to lie, but there are some who are honest. And honestly, I would rather take an honest person than a person who lies for what they are, because you at least know what to expect. But why I think it's number one is because it's not perfect. None of these traits are perfect, but but ultimately, but ultimately, you can't really go wrong with integrity because it is high moral standards. Like in the pacifist route, you do have the moral standard of being nice to all of the monsters. In the neutral run, although you do kill some monsters, you are still technically morally in the right for killing majority of the monsters. While for something in the genocide route, it's not it's not right at all. You may think it's right because you can technically do it, but objectively it still isn't a morally right thing to do. So that's why I think integrity is the best Undertale trait. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Despite this ranking, I really don't think any of these traits are bad. If anything, I feel like all of us should strive to implement all of these traits in our daily lives. But once again, I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. If you agree or disagree, let me know. Also, suggest any video ideas. Necro Dispersion out.